Hi guys, it's December 1st and you're watching me, Nikki, you also known as Facelesstrader on the Global Market Live Update. So let's begin. Okay, so Asian shares were strongly rallying on the back of the Moderna vaccine. So it started with the Pfizer vaccine and then the Moderna vaccine and further proof that we are really in a reopening rally. Also, of course, on the news front, you've got your S&P 500 adding Tesla. The news was actually sold down by the market, hitting all-time highs to 600, but closed actually at 570. As most of that has been most of the rallying has been actually priced in way before the news. So let's take a look first on some strong movers last night. Let me just show to you a lot of movers. Of course, in my Facelesstrader channel, we've got a lot of sharing. HEXO was up 27% last night. Take note that we have been opining to buy HEXO as early as 58, 59 cents, even reiterating buys to as high as 70 to 75 cents. Hope you followed us. And of course, right now, all the cannabis are actually rallying 40, 50%, 100%. For those who didn't follow, we actually made a free market update for you last November 16. It says here, cannabis, awesome 10x. So you can actually just research it. Yeah, November 10, 2020. So to be honest, like most of our wins are always being telegraphed for you. So it's really about whether you are listening to our channel and executing that and making money for yourselves. Of course, KOPN is very much a love affair for the entire Awesome 10X crew. And we have been buying this here since 130. Rally to $2. We sold some there, but we never really sold all. And here at about 136 below, all that time, we have been really buying and buying KOPN ever since. So recently, we even added at 150, 160, and now it's trading at about $2. These are actually strong moves. Wearable trends continue to go further. I do think that this one will continue higher next couple of months. So any dips near 180 will still be accumulated and bought. Probably the accumulation is over. It's just going to be a continuation flag and then go higher and higher for the next year. Now, your GMHI, very, very strong. This has been also a strong buy area of Awesome 10X. Awesome 10X bought somewhere here at about 1050 areas. Rally to 1350 initially, actually. So we sold at the early first spike at about 1350, then got back in at about 1050 to 1150. Right now, it trades at about $20. EP 1980. Luminar, of course, is going to change. Gores Metropolis, GMHI, will become Laser, LAZR. That would be Austin Russell. Yes, we are aware of these news that Luminar Technologies has entered a definitive agreement with a lot of the top 10 automakers in the world. The LiDAR company of Austin Russell is very, very strong. And it's actually a competitor of your Velodyne LiDAR, VLDR. So there are a lot of reasons to own it. Intel's Mobileye signs LiDAR agreement with Luminar. That was November 20. That was actually more news to keep on adding on GMHI. Actually, that was the start of more news, November 20. Yeah, we have been opining that even as high as 13 to keep on adding. And true enough, it rallied further. So even your Flying Eagle was very strong, 20%. So with Flying Eagle, it was choppy in the beginning. However, we just really kept on and kept on. And then finally, last night, it finally broke above that 13 area, finally going to an all-time high move, 15.67. Flying Eagle, also known as Skills. This is a great SPAC company. Flying Eagle, same sponsor as your DraftKings. So we opined actually to buy this $12 below. So all that time, June, July, August, September, October, ever since. So yeah, this was an Awesome 10X recommendation. Some names are very strong, even your Digital Turbine, Aqua Bounty. So really, there's been really so many moves, so many strong moves last night. Every day has been a very strong move for the Awesome 10X Club. I'm gonna share to you a few things on my profile page. This is my Facelesstrader. Do share and do follow. Now, last night, yes, my entire notifications was just ringing all-time highs. You've got the gene therapy names like Intelia rising all-time high. You've got some Paycom Soft. These are part of your fintech names continuing higher. Your 5G ETFs, some of the 5G ETFs 5G related names like Luna going 52-week all-time high. Your first solar also 52-week all-time highs. Even your Fiat Chrysler reached a 52-week high. Some base metals did as well. Your some IPOs on the fintech sides and SaaS names, Bill.com, MongoDB, all-time highs. Your Tesla hit all-time high. Moderna reached all-time high. Even some reopening picks like GameStop. Batteries continued higher. So, even Canopy Growth, which is a cannabis name, my entire portfolio was like going all-time highs. And you've got Shopify last night trading $1,090. Melly was more incredible, hitting $1,500. Digital Turbine ended $45 last night. Green Thumb, many cannabis names, many weed names. We discussed actually inside our inner circle a lot of names that will continue to rise in our view. I won't be able to share all of them for you, but I'll share to you things that I already have. So take note of the following things, guys. Example. So XPEV, of course, is an awesome 10x name. We are of the opinion that yes, after a 300% move, 20 to 75, that was too good to be true. So there has been these normal dips. This is a profit-taking dip, just like this dip at about 50 to 40. So take note that we have not really been, some of us sold some, 75 all the way to 63. The current drop of about 58 should be seen more as an opportunity. 58 all the way to this level of actually as low as 48. So this previous high of 48 here is actually more of an entry point. So notice that even if this goes down to 48 all the way to 40, we would be willing to buy this. However, in my view, XPeng might consolidate here, and then eventually February and March for another earnings season on 2021. Production vehicles will keep on expanding for the Chinese vehicle industry. That will be, I think, the move when XPeng will finally rise and break this 75 level. So in the next, I'd say in the next 3 months, you've got actually a pattern that will move something like this. That is just my viewpoint. So I made a drawing like that. It could be like that. It could even go deeper. However, it's going to be continuously a bullish move in my view for the electric vehicle sector. So take note of what's happening. Yes, some Teslas are some profit taking here at about 600. However, take note that very strong move for your Tesla here at about 500 and 430. So any dips of Tesla going down another 10 to 20% within the next week will be an inspiration for a profit-taking move. However, those who are bullish on the electric vehicle sector on a secular trend would actually use those dips and as entry. So every time, like actually Tesla from about 500, when it dipped here at about 330 to 360, we took that as an entry position. Rally to 450, we knew that it's just going to consolidate, eventually going higher. So yep, that's why a lot of us continue to be bullish on the electric vehicle trend. So what's going to happen in a lot of these vehicle names is that they're going to drop maybe 20 to 30%. So take note that BYD, after a strong move from about $30, $40 to $200, that is times 5. Actually, times 5 is not huge given a lot of the electric vehicles went 10x, 20x, 15x in just this year. So BYD might drop, although some profit taking here from about 160 all the way down, but I'll put it on the watch list. More of if you have not made money on these electric vehicle stocks, you are late to begin with. However, wait, if you get an entry 20 to 30% lower next month or next month, you might have a chance. Now that's my look for XPEV. For those who are listening, it's December. You've got a resistance on the 70 area. However, a very strong bullish bias, 55 all the way to 45. So if you're listening to this show, put a buy 55 to 45 if XPeng goes down. Now, let's take a look at some names here. Bilibili is the Chinese YouTube of, so this is the YouTube of China, and actually made a strong move breaking out on the earnings front, breaking from 50 to 65. I haven't read the earnings, so let's take a look at the breakout move of Bilibili. To be honest, I was wrong here in Bilibili. I didn't think that it would actually outperform, given that Bilibili was actually competing with your Huya and Douyu in terms of live streaming platforms. And I thought that, I really thought that it was not gonna be as momentum anymore, given, of course, that it's rallied from 20 to 50. So it has consolidated in the last 4 months. This is a clear breakout inspired by the earnings front. Let's read the Bili results. Here's what analysts are forecasting. China's joy rises 17% after after contesting Moody's report. Bilibili beats on revenue, misses on earnings as expenses jump. Why Bilibili jumped on Thursday? Let's read these news. It actually was related to the quarter results. The video sharing network delivered great results. In addition, in the third quarter, so it was surging 20% higher for the day, indeed, from $50 to $60. Net revenues rose 83%, landing at $475 million. Company reported an adjusted net loss of just 41 cents per ADS. So very strong expense versus last year's 15 cents. Street consensus was actually a net loss. Investors shrugged off the small bottom line miss to focus on the exceptional growth revenue instead. So average number of users have been rising to 197 million, 60% year-on-year increase. Company doubled the monthly paying users from about only 7.9. Now it's 15 million paid subscribers. This might be the reason why people are buying it up. Management, this skyrocketing growth foreseeable future to be very huge in their number of potential users. Bilibili has already become a household name among young generations. During the third quarter, we launched a series of online and offline campaigns promoting our brand proposition. The stock has gained 157% over the last 12 months. So, okay, what you all know is that Bilibili is similar to your Snapchat and Pinterest. It is a Generation Z play. In this case, this is a Chinese-related video streaming network. I'd say that for Bilibili, this is gonna continue on their momentum. However, try to give an entry point near that 60 below to as low as 50 area. I mean, the lower it is that you can enter, the better. So this is also gonna be a great entry opportunity. Bili below 60. And some XPEV below 55. So I know that you are a December. You probably just listened to me today. So I know that you are interested to make money, and I'm giving you some ideas that aren't just short-term in nature. It could actually be a watch list for you for the next foreseeable 10 years time. So it's not a 10-day format. You have to think of whether this company fits your portfolio for a 10-year format. Luna Innovations is actually a company that I'm looking at for an entry point. Is a 5G related company. What does Luna Innovations do? Why did Luna go 8 to 10 in just 3 days? So let's read this. Luna Innovations, Luna. This is in a 5G related theme. And 5G is, of course, a secular trend. So you might not have entered at 7. You might not have entered at 8. Some people might have entered at 9. Buying at 6, 7, 8, 9. Do winners continue to win? Okay, so let's read. Why is it that Luna is rising? Third quarter earnings report, 16% up. Let's read it together. So maybe you could just read the results yourself. There is a transcript after all. Yeah, so these are given deep dives of us. We would do some deep dives on these, whether these are meriting a 10-year format to hold. But this one is a company that you should probably put on your watch list. From a monthly perspective, Luna is also trading at all-time highs. So take note that in the last 10 years, this has rallied from 2 to 10. Can this go to $20? That is the Awesome 10X question. For that answer, go to Awesome 10X, wherein we might answer that for you. Okay, we will also take note of some companies that we already love. Yes, Sunrun has been a buy into Awesome 10X. Actually, as early as about 13 to 19, we have been opining that. Gave a deep dive as early as about 28 to 30, and just really continue to buy. Even this dip from 80 to 56, we kept on buying there. 55, 54, it's now doing 64. I would say that any drop of Sunrun back to 56 is actually an opportunity. This is actually a 10-year move. So guys, if you don't have this, probably put a buy here. Put a buy on Sunrun below 56 if you can enter. Now, Reinvent Technology is a SPAC. This is going to be the SPAC of Mr. Mark Pincus and Reid Hoffman. So this one hasn't revealed yet their gaming entity, but this is something that we can actually put in our potential 10x companies in the future. So put this on your watch list, or you put it on your buy list if you don't have it yet. Look is actually an interesting SPAC. It's biodegradable plastics. We've discussed this already inside Inner Circle. You can go check this out inside Awesome 10X for a deep dive review of whether this fits your portfolio. Take note, 11.10. It's now trading at $12.50. I think that any dips, even at 12 or, will continue to be a buying area for us. Charlotte's Web, a part of the cannabis group, yes, rallied from 3, now trading at 7, already 100% up. Kamala, the cannabis queen. So 3 to 9, can we go times 3? I think that the answer would be yes. Medical cannabis is an arena that would benefit, and that has benefited most all cannabis names. Those who don't have cannabis names still should continue to get this even below 6. So most of us already have these names, but we would continue to add on these winners on any entry point. Same for Organigram, OGI. Yes, we have been picking this up 130 below. Even at 140 areas today, I don't think the 10% gain really is attractive for us. We would wait until it goes double. So we will really wait until 2 to 3. So OGI is also a buy. 130, 140 even is okay. Take note as well, CD Projekt Cyberpunk is coming out this December after multiple delays. Notice from May to November, the stock languished because of several delays. However, I think for the holiday season and until next year, this will continue going higher. This is an entry point at 390. We have been buying even as low as 360 to 330. This continues to get a buy. CD Projekt here at about 389. Polish Lottie is still a buying area. Oh, Gravity, of course. We got in at about 120 to 130 before the earnings front. After earnings was very good. So 140 is now trading at 170. This one is a stock that you just hold on. So just a keep. So there's a lot of companies that we have been suggesting, and you could check out my Facelesstrader profile. I might be suggesting some companies that would help you as well. Of course, Aurora Cannabis. Yeah, so you could see that most of our clients have been happy. ChargePoint, Palantir, very much blockbuster gains for us. Arcimoto, SunPower. If you can actually enter those names, well, you won't be able to enter our cost because like we're up 150% already on some of them, 200%. But maybe because we believe in them long term, any dips on them, you could probably enter. So let's read your questions. Ling is asking Palantir, please. Thank you. And Bitcoin, please. Okay, so Bitcoin has actually been rallying from about $5,000 this year to as high as 19.5. Let's take a look on that. The momentum is continuously on the uptrend for them. However, in my view, just like your solars and your electrics, your Palantir is actually on the upper side. So this is not a buying area. It's mostly just a hold if you already have it, but it is not a buying area. You are susceptible to volatility. If you haven't been buying this name below 10K, or you haven't been buying this name here at the obvious 9,000 area, or even here, buying these are actually already extensions. Usually, I don't already do extension moves. So this is just really a hold. It can go from 19 to 17, even go drop every now and then. So you are susceptible to volatility here. Can it go higher? The answer is yes, because it's still an uptrend. However, for those who are just new here and listening, this is where the greed momentum started. This is already euphoria. So usually in the euphoria zone, it could go insane. Yes, it's possible. Can even go 25 to 30,000 next month. However, entering late is actually not your, you cannot enter late. If you are late, you are already late. So only the people who have it in the beginning should deserve to win. That's really my prerogative. Similar to Palantir, the same thing. Palantir, we have been buying here as early as $9.50, $9, $10 at the most. Some of us even added 11. Actually, none of us entered 14. 14 was really for us more like an extension move already. 14 still rallied to 32. So here at about 32 to 27, take note that it's going to be a lot of profit taking here. You will have likely something like a flag here in my view. whether that flag goes as low as 25 or 24, I do think that even at $20, there will be some profit taking here. So if you have it, you can hold it. A lot of us actually were thinking twice whether we should sell 27 to 33. Some of us sold, some of us just kept, because in our view, while Awesome 10X does believe that Palantir is a $100 name in the future, that's a 10-year format, it's also irresponsible to think that after a rise of 300%, that it will just continue to go another 300% next month. While that is possible, we're really just holding our position. We think that it will never go down to 10. However, people who don't have Palantir are not expected to buy at 27. So we're holding our winners because that is really our mantra, to hold our winners. Even, let's say, if you have Bitcoin, which is a winner, you hold on to it. Whether it goes $40,000 next year, it's a question mark. But if you're late, you're late. What can we use to invest globally? The answer there, in my view, is interactivebrokers.com. So we recommend interactivebrokers.com. So Ling is asking, I sold at 19,000. I'm looking for a good re-entry. Okay, so that's the really hard part. Usually, a leader is very hard to get a re-entry. So that's the reason why it took a lot of us to actually just hold Palantir and Xpeng, or just held half. So example, if your cost is if you're already up 200 to 300% anyway in the stock, chances are, even if you're just selling, let's say your cost is 10,000 and you sold some at 19,000. Even if you just sold half, chances are, even if it goes from 19 to 15, you're actually at an advantage. Whether 19 goes to 25, you're also at an advantage. So we like to play the win-win, which is we hold our winners. If we do want to sell, we just call it trim. Do we trim? Yes. Most of us actually trim 100% to 200% higher. But sometimes some of us even sell 50% higher. We already trim. So it's really case-to-case basis. Some of us regret selling 50% higher or 100% higher, seeing that the winners go 300% or 500% higher, sometimes 1,000% higher. So I'd say that because our mantra is winners win, never sell all. That's all that I could say. That way, you'll never have to think of your re-entry because you never really sold all. Sunrun or Sunnova, can you give us an answer? Well, just like all electrics and solars, these sectors, in my view, have done leadership role this year, anywhere from 500% to 1,000% gains already. So it is inevitable that these companies would have some profit taking. I do expect Sunrun and Sunnova to have a lot of taking profits. A lot of people would take profits on any rallies for these names. However, does that mean that the trend is over? No, it's just normal. Normally, people would take profits. Macy's, in my view, is a reopening pick. We have a buy here on Macy's at $7. It's now doing 11. It's now doing 10. I'd say that any drops of Macy's would be consolidating. So in my view, these drops back to about 10 all the way to 8 is actually an opportunistic area to buy. I do think it goes back to 14. So these are probably reopening picks in the next year. So the answer for that is I agree. Okay, that's it for today. I shared quite a lot of buying ideas for you. I hope that you learned something and continue to make money. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, share us to your friends. Please share Awesome 10X. We do give outperformance to portfolios. Watch our show daily and you'll make some money with us. Thank you very much. Bye.